There's two forces pulling on us, and I call them the lure and the lie. And the lure is the lure of more. It is that force that's pulling you towards, boy, if you just worked a little bit more, if you just had a little bit more, then you could. And that's what the lure of more does. You get used to this level, this size house, this nice car, this style of living, and you just kind of could always shift a little further. And it wouldn't take much. Just a little more work, just a little more travel, just a little more, and then all this stuff it becomes available to you. That's why it's so deceptive, because it's very quiet. I'll meet with clients, and at some point in this conversation, when they're working 80 hours a week and they have this incredibly overcommitted lifestyle, they have a pause, and it's just this moment of clarity where they say, how did we get here? This isn't what we wanted. This had nothing to do with what we set out to become. And that is what the lure of more does. The lie is even more vicious. The lie of being irreplaceable. No one can do it like you can. No one can be as good at this. No one can lead this project or lead this team or manage this group like you can. We need you. And it feels so good. We get this sense of significance and this sense of purpose and this identity as the person who can do it. We are irreplaceable. They need me. We are perceived as irreplaceable because we do have a talent. There's a reason you're the best at it. You've done it forever, and you've been trained to do it. And so it's easy for us to feel more compelled to go in that direction because we get more attaboys, we get more admiration. Your kids can't tell you, hey, you've done such a great job as dad, you are now vice president of fatherhood. I don't know, they can't change your title, you're just dad. But they can't elevate you. There's no way that they can give you what your career is giving you. And by the way, you're not as good at it. I mean, let's just be honest. I am a way better financial planner than I am a father. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm making it up as I go. I've never been trained on how to do this. But it is so much more valuable for me to step into those roles because I'm the only one that can do those things. And I can't tell you how painful it is to sit across the table from a client who fell prey to that lie. And at the end of their career, they walk out of the break room and the machine keeps running. There's 80 people applying for their job that are just as capable, just as smart. And then they go home to the wife or the husband, where it is true they were irreplaceable. They were the only husband or the only wife. They were the only one on the planet that could do that job. They go back to their kids and they were the only father. They were the only mother. And they traded those relationships. And then they're left with the consequences of that. It's devastating to watch.